And we are back at the setup, man. We're back at the PC setup. Had a great break, friends and family, all that great. But brother, I need my PC. I can't trade on my laptop. Like that shit is ass. I can't record videos on my laptop, which is actually very ironic because as you can tell by the title of the video, my biggest trade, my first trade on the eval actually was on my laptop for 1.2. So that's pretty funny. And also, I wasn't even at my own house. Like, I like to have everything, my environment, my PC, my everything set up before I trade. I wasn't even in my own house. I was at a beach house with my friends. I was on like 4 hours of sleep. Right. One of the rules that I set for myself before going on that trip with my friends was I had to be up before market open. And so that's what I did. I woke up at 7:30 a.m. Took a shower, got ready, went to the living room. My friends were actually sleeping on the couch, so I was trading while they were sleeping on the couch, or while that one friend was sleeping on the couch. And yeah, like it was funny. I was just trading while he was like it was funny. It was like very very unusual, right? It was an unusual kind of setup, but we were able to get it done. So big win yesterday. However, today not as lucky, right? Or not as good. Not bad though. I took two trades, weren't terrible trades, lost both of them, but I de-risked. So 1.2 yesterday, we lost 145 today, 132 today, so around 300. Actually says 281 today that we lost, so 1.2 yesterday. And I'll try to remember the trade as to why I took it yesterday. I redrew out some of the confluences, but I don't remember all of them. I can just take a look back at my journal. Quick peek. Okay. All right. Well, I know that a lot of it was due to higher time frame order flow here for yesterday's trade. So, all right, let's get into it. Okay. So yesterday's trade, big thing I was looking for was I was bullish yesterday, right? But as you can see, right at a market open, we were right. We were right with our bias, and we push up. But we push up. I don't get an entry here. I don't get to enter, and my draws were taken. Right. So this is the big push we get at 9:30, and my draws were taken. In addition to us, we just this big gray box I just drew out again is the 4 hour imbalance. So that was a 4 hour imbalance that we were in yesterday. And I like to trade a macro time frame, so I'm gonna wait for a macro. And I know that as soon as 10 a.m. opens, we're going to get some movement down, right? Because 4 hour fair value gap is a pretty strong confluence, or it gives off a pretty strong reaction. It's a high time frame imbalance. So knowing that, I'm gonna look for a short because even if higher time frame order flow is bullish, a 4 hour fair value gap, like I said, is strong, is going to give some reaction. So 10 a.m. opens and we immediately displace. In addition to, we had already respected bearish order flow, right? So we had a 5-minute SMT as well. In addition to us changing the state on the 1 minute, in addition to us respecting this order block, and we're consistently making lower lows. Respecting this order block, we inversed this 1 minute fair value gap, which was fishy to me. But yesterday was just a really, really weird spot in the market. And then as soon as 10 a.m. opens, I took that as a manipulation leg, kind of like a Judas. We dropped like I expected at 10 a.m. because we're reacting off that 4 hour imbalance. And because of that, I enter off of this 1 minute fair value gap being retested here, kind of top wick that, get that wick, and I target sell side. The reason why I didn't go for too much of a short, like the reason why I didn't target lows here or anything, was because of that 5-minute imbalance. I knew that on a higher time frame we were bullish, so I'd have to be in and out for these kind of trades. So that's kind of what happened. It was a very very short trade, but we traded one Nasdaq contract, not a micro, so it was a pretty big size. I didn't know honestly it was going to be that big, so probably won't be doing that too much. That's why I kind of risked down today to micros. Let me just show you. So that was a trade yesterday. Pretty big trade. I liked it. Or I didn't like, well, I liked the result, but that's not, I didn't really like, to honestly, both the trades I took today, I thought were better setups than yesterday's. So yeah, this is the proof of my losses today. And we can go back to NASDAQ. So that was micro. And yeah, actually, I already recorded this video, like, maybe just now, but my mic was muted, so I'm recording again. And I was halfway deleting all my annotations and shit like that, and I played the video because I was gonna upload it, and no sound came out. So I'm gonna try to remember again why I took this trade, because it's 3:10 p.m. and I took this like hours ago. So, although I did journal, I can maybe look at that again. Okay, so here, oh well, let's actually start with a higher time frame. So today coming in, I was actually very bullish. I wanted to see price continue its move up, right? Because of the fact that we had a daily inverse fair value gap. That was the big thing for me, right? Yesterday we were able to inverse this fair value gap. In addition to this 4 hour fair value gap being inversed, Yes, we had a bearish 4 hour fair value gap here as well, but overnight we were respecting we were respecting premium and discount zones. We were tapping into that 50% equilibrium mark here, and then we were just respecting it, and we were up here before market open. So I was anticipating us to kind of take out these equal highs as well. We also had a clear draw, so I was very bullish. Higher time frame was bullish. Equal highs were bullish. So we had a clear draw. I was looking for manipulation down, and then for us to head to those equal highs. But that's not what we got, right? Because the market doesn't care what we want. It will tell us what to do. So out of market, like I said, out of market open, like I said, we dumped, right? If you wanted to, you could have taken this trade here, but that was right before market open. I don't like to trade. I don't like to take trades before market open, but we have a 5-minute fair value gap here. We have a 5-minute change in the state. 5-minute is great. We tap back into it, and then we dump. So you could have taken that trade if you wanted to. I didn't take it. That's fine. That's cool, right? I took these two trades, which ended up being losses. Okay, so these two. The first reason why I took a long here, I know, don't flame or anything, but was because on the 1 hour, this was also a 10 a.m. trade. So that was at 10 a.m. And where I went wrong was banking that the 10 a.m. candle would be bullish. The reason why I thought the 10 a.m. candle would be bullish was because of the fact that we dumped on the 1 hour 9 a.m. candle, right? And we essentially created a unicorn model on the 1 hour, and what I wanted to see was the 10 a.m. candle at least retrace back up to here, to this maybe order block zone, maybe this, at least back closer to premium before dropping lower. But yeah, that's not what happened, right? We weren't even close to equilibrium or anywhere like that. So we also had a bunch of imbalances. That 5-minute imbalance was basically essentially what I was targeting here. We had a 5-minute imbalance here, so that's what I was really targeting. I wanted to see a reversal, and in order to see a reversal, I need to see my model, right? So that's honestly what I kind of saw. It wasn't the cleanest of models, so we have a stop point here, kind of like a ICD 2022, essentially a unicorn model. So we have a stop point. We create a breaker block as well, right? So we have a high, a low, a lower low, higher high, which kind of validates our breaker block, right? So breaker block here, we also get a change in state. Change in state here as well. So we have a confluence for us to kind of start reversing, right? On the 1 minute, we get our model. On the 1 minute, we do. Okay, we also respect our breaker block zone here. We also respect our breaker block zone here, right? We wick out. You can see we wick here, respect it, and that's when I enter. After we close, after this candle closes above this up candle close, that's enough confluence for me to enter. Obviously, not the cleanest of models. However, we see on the 1 minute, right? But the big problem here was higher time frame. Consistently, I'm making this mistake. It's getting right. It's kind of annoying. So consistently, I'm making on the 5 minute. We have a 5-minute order block, but I doubt it. I doubt it that it'll stand because I see my model on the 1 minute, right? I'm blinded by the 1 minute model. That's a problem. So as soon as it taps into this 5-minute order block, obviously get a reaction down, and we're kind of just accumulating as well, because we had that big of a move. So yeah, we basically tap into that 5-minute order block and we just make a move down, and that's that. I'm not too mad about it. I saw my model on the 1 minute, but the big thing here was I was unable to recognize the higher time frame waterfall and take it seriously. I recognized it, but I didn't take it seriously, which is a problem. That's not what you're supposed to do. And this was just like not a terrible trade, but not a good trade either. I definitely could have avoided this. I'm sure a little bit of FOMO played into the part of taking this trade. I'm sure it did, but that was my bad. I journaled it, learned from it, and we are going to move on. Second trade here. I like this trade a lot more. A much cleaner trade. So we get another stop point here, stop raid. And right now, we're so bearish, right, that I'm not making the mistake of trying to go for another long. So that's so I'm taking a short here, and we get a pretty good clean setup here. We get a stop point here. We get a cleaner or breaker block in addition to a fair value gap pairing. That's perfect. We get a breaker block here as well. So high, low, higher high. We dump down displacement, creating fair value gaps. We close under this candle, which validates it as a breaker block. This also creates a 2-minute fair value gap. This is where I went wrong. I didn't enter off the 2 minute. I entered off the 1 minute. Also, my stop loss was way too tight. This is not where my stop loss was. Like I said, I recorded this video before. That's I was moving everything and talking. But my stop loss was above this 1 minute inverse fair value gap. That's also what I waited for. I waited for this 1 minute because I wanted more confluence, because I was kind of less confident because I lost that other trade. I wanted us to see, which we did. We respected this 2-minute fair value gap, and then we made our move down. We inversed this 1 minute fair value gap. That was enough confluence for me. That was good confluence. I did a good job waiting patient for that, but we just ended up running through that again. Why? Because on the 2 minute, the candle hasn't closed yet, right? The candle hasn't closed yet. It can make that one last move, it can make that one last manipulation leg, and that's what it did. So for people who are entering off the 1 minute, failing to look at the higher time frame, failing to look at what how the 2 minutes are going to close, that's how we got stomped out, right? However, I could have looked at the 1 minute and still won this trade if my stop loss was higher, right? If I had a better stop loss, if I placed it above that fair value gap, or maybe even above the swing high, still close to a 1-to-1 ratio, I still would have won that trade, right? So that was yeah, a pretty painful trade. I would have won it if I had a better stop loss. Pretty much just wanted to de-risk here. That's what I did. I didn't lose that much money there, but I would have won. So kind of disappointing, but I mean that's that. Can't do much about it. And yeah, so those are my 2 trades today. So I'm gassed. I've been talking for so long because I recorded it like just a few seconds ago. But yeah, those are my 2 trades today. 2 painful losses, but we'll learn from them. I definitely like know what to do now. Like my psychology is what I need to fix. My emotion, even today's 2 trades, I think a large part of why I lost them was that tight stop loss was due to me not being able to stay confident with my setup, even though my setup was damn near like a solid B plus on that second to last trade. I should have stayed confident with it and put my stop loss at a place where it invalidates my trade. That's the biggest thing. Put your stop loss where it invalidates your trade. That's just not what I did. I didn't want to lose more money. Just not confident, and because of that, I got stomped out. But that's okay. We learn from it. All right. Those are my 2 trades today. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next trade recap. Appreciate y'all. God bless, and stay safe.